Look at that beautiful view. Sedona, Arizona. And everybody having a good time. We got our retreat.
We lived in the house.
La la. We're getting ready to go raise up our electricity, our electrical level. But we do generate electricity, just like trees, other animals, other life forms. And you could get your electrical network stronger within your body.
Can you say my name?
Everybody's calling.
Did you say my name? I was like, I swear I heard my name.
But look at these
There you go.
beautiful mountains. Here goes Shayna Dean. The light beam.
We're all light beings.
We all light beams. Oh man. Look at those beautiful mountains. All this stuff going on. High energy. And we're actually getting powered up by the sun and the cosmic forces. This is no game no more. This is actually taking place and it's a fact. Oh, this is good. Ignorance is now being removed from the mind of the people. And we generate this power. This is good. You have the ability to do it. It takes time. You work on yourself, and that's what we mean by the fullness of a holistic lifestyle. You can heal yourself. It brings forth good health, powerful energy all through your being. This is good. La, 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 look at that power. That's the primary energy source of the planet. We live in the universe. We don't need to call on names, spirits, angels, spirit guides, ancestors. The only thing that exists is right now. This is the power. We got our retreat going on. Look at this. La, la, la. La, 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 la. We're about to go do it. Once again.
Day 2.
La, stay tuned. La, la, la. Look at this. All this high energy. All in the atmosphere, going through us and around us. La, la, la. We live in it. We were born into it. Now you're coming into the realization to work with it. The primary energy source. Peace and blessings. See you soon. Had the best day ever. Keep generating your power.
What's the biggest realization you've had in the last year?
The last year?
Yeah, if we could just condense something in like the last year, what's a big something that you had personally?
Oh, well, actually, this last year was the most I used the word love. Oh.
Yeah, man.
Ah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So this goes along on what we was going to talk about anyway, just by answering that question.
Rock and roll.
We're going to be talking about love, compassion,
Yes.
and mercy.
Yeah.
Because people use those words all the time, but have you ever gave it a definition on what you think it is? So that's why on the journey, there was a time I even condemned the word love. Yeah, I did. Because I said when people use it, it's like a water fountain. You only love somebody until they don't do what you expect them to do. You can cut it off like a water fountain. So that's why I was in that confusion, even though I was still dealing on the path. But over the last year, I had to get the right definition to change my perception. And what it was is when I found, as I was dealing with the energies, teaching it. But I've just found out that the energy is love.
Yeah.
Whoa, because it's the one that don't judge you and it don't cut itself off.
That's right.
If anything, you cut it off.
Yes.
That's wild. And then I found a manuscript in India, and it's telling you the breatharian process to immortality. Now, of course, when I saw it, I said, that's it. That's what I've been teaching. But notice I've been teaching that before I even got a hold of the manual. I was just confirming it. But then they associated the love energy. That's what they called it. And then they called it the life force energy, which is prana. That is the love energy.
That's it, man.
So our natural essence is love.
Is love. That's why you can pick it up.
Fueling us. So what's prana? We are prana.
Right.
We are love. So we're feeding ourselves.
We're feeding ourselves.
With ourselves.
With yourselves.
When we go out in nature, we're feeding ourselves.
Self-sustaining. Oh, this is good, ain't it? So that's why when you just asked me, what realization did I have to the last year? That's what love is. Oh, man. And then that made me really appreciate it. I'm living in love.
Yeah. Wow.
This is good. Wow. But now this is where it gets good. We use love and compassion interchangeably. But notice that, say when you go to the vegan diet, don't they call it the compassion diet? Mm-hmm. They don't call it the love diet. They call it the compassion diet for a reason, even though we use that word love and compassion interchangeably. They're two different things. Oh man, how could I do this? Now, what usually messes up some people I see where they're struggling, they want to show love to others. But you really don't have to show love to others. Listen at this. What? Elitom, what you saying? No, you show others compassion. Because compassion is something, the reason why you got compassion to help that person, you can feel you can feel their condition. I hope this makes sense. That's why you're sticking in. That's why we say not eating animals is the compassion diet. And you're blaming it on their being tortured brutally. They didn't tell you that. You can see it. You felt it. So that's why it's the compassion diet, not the love diet. You're showing them compassion. So you're doing the same to other humans. But the love energy, where you're dealing with the light, let me get into this. This is where we mess up at. Say, for instance, that there's somebody. I'm going to break it down further so we can dig. And don't believe me either. We're going to talk about it. Say if somebody knew you so much that they knew your favorite food, they knew your favorite music. You came home, they had everything set up just right. The bath water set for you just the right temperature. Your favorite drink. Your favorite pajamas to go to bed. Or if you ain't want none on at all. They know you. So they sit there and set everything up just right. But since they set that up for you, you feel so guilty because you didn't do nothing for them. You feel you need to do something. You feel. So what you do, instead of enjoying the situation they gave you, you start giving the situation away. And they didn't do it for that.
Right. Now it's an insult to them.
That was an insult. In a way, if it was another being, right. But that's what the love energy is saying. It loves you because it set everything up for you.
Oh, wow.
It ain't tell you to get away, but you feeling so guilty, I got to prove and show that I love others. You don't.
Wow.
We have to know that we need to just...
Open to receiving, because everybody else is open to receiving. And when you enjoy on what you receive, that's the best teacher. That's how you showing everybody. You don't even know what's wrong with them.
Wow.
The love energy know what's wrong with them. But you mess it up by interfering, thinking you showing them love and they rejected it. No, they didn't. You didn't even know what their favorite food was. You telling them what not to eat. That's wild, ain't it? Just leave them alone. The best teacher is for you to live it.
Yeah.
And then showing them they could do it too. That's compassion.
So is that why fear maybe is the opposite of love? Because basically, if you're trying to show love for someone, you're basically fearing that they're not okay as is.
Right. And there's a fear happening in you.
Right.
To prove that what you're doing is right.
Oh. Yes.
And sometimes you use it as an ego like you're ahead of somebody. Oh, guess what? I eat all salads. Well, a rabbit could do that. Big deal. It's an ego thing.
Yeah.
And I had to break people down. I said, well, since you're on that diet doing this and this and this, why is that person in better health than you are? You know, you try to bring them back to earth, not try to stop it. You're taking it, you're using something as a weapon, and you don't even know what it is.
Wow.
That's not love, that's something else. Whoa. You don't know what it is. But you can give compassion. And then that brings you back down to earth. I'm going to go get that person some clothes because their clothes was dirty and I know they didn't have nothing else that they got taken from them.
like to say as a, because I do Reiki for a living, and when I work over people's bodies, over their energy fields, when they're expressing love, their energy feels one way, but when they express compassion for others, it totally opens and expands the heart chakra. So there's a bigger energetic response and opening with compassion versus love, and I think it might be because a lot of people confuse what love really is.
Right.
With human love, but compassion, pretty much people universally know what that is. They can really tune into it. But
Right.
if you can connect with unconditional compassion for others, it will completely open and expand and clear your heart space.
Well said. Wow.
Well said. See, look at what she said. It's basically how that definition is.
Yes.
Because love could be different for everybody on what we think it is. No, it's an awesome energy, but what is your definition of it?
Yes.
But if you work with the compassion, kind of that's universal and grounded. It's more grounded. And you could be more real at your approach.
And it takes you out of yourself.
Yeah.
And it takes you out of yourself.
It moves you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So now mercy.
Oh,
It animates you.
Yes, it does. It moves you. Yeah.
It moves
Yeah.
you through your
Love is who we are.
You know,
Compassion is
I
what we
my legs.
express. Or yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you
So now
Oh,
what's mercy?
man. Oh, man. Now that word mercy. And mercy is a thing that a lot of people don't use. A lot of people don't use, but they used to use it a lot once upon a time.
Yeah.
But mercy's a deep one because, all right, here we go now. In the scriptures, they had what you call the mercy seat. Only the priest could sit there, and he had to be the intervention for the higher forces in the people.
Right.
And he even had to have a rope tied on him.
Yeah.
Because if he wasn't a pure vessel to sit there,
Yep.
they had to pull him out. Because he died.
Yeah.
He wasn't a pure vessel to sit there. You got to be a certain way.
Took a lot of preparation.
It took a lot of preparation to be able to sit in the mercy seat. So if he wasn't truly purged to sit in that seat and got struck down, they had to pull him out by the rope.
Yeah.
Now that should tell you something right there. Let's bring it down to earth on what we talk about the breatharian message. Since we've been talking about electricity, electromagnetic field, and you're building it up. And this is dealing with the technology. Now this is going to make sense. When I was in the Navy working in a radio shack, it had all these electronics. It had a rubber matting floor, just in case so you won't get electrocuted. And it had ropes all over the place, hanging up. The ropes was for if somebody got electrocuted to a piece of their equipment. We had to take the rope and pull them off. If you try to grab them, you're going to get electrocuted. So you use the rope to pull them. So that's telling you right there, in ancient times, that was the technology. They had a rope around the priest, because if they went to go try to grab them, they would have got electrocuted. But what? Spirit. What is spirit? Electricity.
Yeah.
Don't that say it? He had the magnetic field in there was so great. The person in there but to get his body together to be able to handle that energy.
Right. Wow.
It's making sense now, ain't it? Uh-oh.
The integrity of the vessel had to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
The integrity of the vessel had to be there. So the mercy seat, since a being got that much power to sit on that seat, he's the intervention for everybody else, because the higher frequencies, it don't really understand why you acting the way you acting.
Yeah.
And it don't care. Why won't it just come to me for a belief? First of all, it ain't even judging you, but it ain't even thinking about coming there. Why? What are you talking about? You up there crying, praying. It ain't coming to you. It don't know. But what we do know, you got the potential to connect with it. It's looking at you like, what are you talking about? We're the same thing. Uh-oh. So when you get a chance to sit in a mercy seat to show mercy, you don't got to understand where a person's coming from. They're God just like you. You don't understand it. You really don't. You don't have to. Sort of like Superman. He get his energy from the sun. He living in a body. He don't know how your body felt. He don't even know what you're doing, He don't know your experiences. So why is he going to debate with you over a vegan diet versus another diet? He don't know. He ain't even eating.
Wow.
Wow. That's the mercy seat. So you showing people mercy because you know they're weaker, not on an arrogance thing, because that's what they want to be. So you showing them mercy. Some debates that you don't even get into. You just walk away. You're a more powerful being. That's like arguing with a chicken.
Maybe that's what I've learned the past year. I was so opinionated and polarizing and willful towards things and people and groups and all this stuff, and detaching from all that. Maybe it was mercy I've learned.
It was mercy. Right. It don't matter. Everybody just carry on like they carry on, but they ain't messing with your reality.
Right.
Don't care. You're another being. Don't we usually say at times that there's other beings in the universe that their consciousness is so high that they just don't interact with us? Now we quick to say that. But who is that talking about? Us.
Yeah.
You can get to the point in your energy, you ain't worried about everything else that's going on. The universe ain't going nowhere because you're the universe. You figured it out. That's the mercy seat. You worked on your energy to that point. It's a thought process.
Yeah.
It ain't even got to show love or compassion. It don't know.
Wow.
Wow. That's a more powerful energy. We don't talk about it much, but it's real. That's why when you go to court sometime, or we see a court case, a person ready to be sentenced. And here go this person just killed 20 people. And his last words is, have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. That's what he says. Because that judge now is the God of his life, because he's about to determine what's going to happen to his life. So the only thing he can say is, have mercy on me. Because that's a word that's saying, I know you don't understand what I just did. He don't. The judge don't know. He never killed 20 people.
Wow.
But he about to put an opinion on it. Just have mercy on me. You don't understand what I did. Whoa.
Wow. Yeah.
And we get too much involved and try to understand stuff you don't understand. Why even do it?
Wow.
You cultivate your energy. That's taking up your energy trying to figure it out. It's unnecessary. You go in another direction.
Could it be too that when we actually show people mercy, that could be the very thing that shifts them?
That could be the very thing to shift them. Because they recognize you had all this power to do something else or take them out and you didn't.
That's it.
I remember, what's his name? One philosopher said the most powerful people he met was actually, how did he put this? The nicest people he met was actually the people you didn't want to mess with. I think his name was Jordan Peterson. Yeah, he said that. The nicest people he met was the ones you didn't want to mess with. Because they're nice and it's authentic. But at the same time, they ain't trying to, like in the spiritual community, I need to get rid of my dark side.
Right.
You ain't getting rid of your dark side. It's there for a reason.
Yeah.
Just accept it and have it there because nature gave it to you if you ever needed it. So of course you can afford to be authentically nice. But don't mess with that person right there. They're showing you mercy.
That's good.
Right. Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
That takes too much work. Just redirect the dark side. It's like my shadow. It's me. I ain't trying to get rid of it.
Right.
It's doing right when I'm doing. Huh?
You say you can't run away from your shadow.
They can't run away from it.
However, the lighter you are, you will no longer have a shadow
Don't-
because the light has no shadow.
Right.
A flame will not cast a shadow.
Here we go. Here we go. And that's the next level.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen to the shadow? It ain't that it got rid of. It came into me.
Hey. Integrated.
It integrated.
Fully integrated. Yeah.
Uh-oh, here we go. So the cast is coming from me still blocking it.
Yeah. Wow.
So it shot out of me. All it's going to do is come back in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. See how it's talking full circle?
Yes.
But we all talking the same thing. That's the mercy seat.
Yeah.
You start chalking up your power, taking more responsibility for it. It don't matter if other people doing it or not.
And so to have mercy, could it be to understand your power?
Understanding your power.
And put it self-controlled meekness.
Right. Which is being humble, sort of like a horse that got
Yeah.
just looking this way, already strong.
Yeah.
Oh man. That don't mean you carry yourself weak. Be humble. I ain't saying that. You strong, is flexing, is there, is looking straight. Don't mess with it. Right, you can see his power is already activated it. You got a rope around him just in case he got to get pulled out. Oh man, it's not playing a normal game no more. Wow. We just went through it. Well, it's just a philosophy. You ain't gonna believe it. But the more you come into it, that's why you asked me, what did I learn this last year? I started learning more about that word love. Now I love it because I know I'm working with the love energy.
Yeah.
Then I noticed that the love that's coming to me, just live in it.
Yes.
And then the compassion towards others, that'd be really more grounded because I could feel their experience. I've been through it.
Beautiful.
And then the mercy comes, some things I ain't even got to waste my time with.
Yeah.
I know my power.
Yes.
I'm sitting in it.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Ain't like you powerless.
And did it change your experience of perception in life when you felt the love energy more as just tuning in? Okay, this is that energy.
Yep.
It changed.
Because what that is, she said the key words, when you felt it. Now that's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's what gratitude is. Gratitude, first you must be able to feel it. You can't make it up. You cannot make up gratitude. You're on the receptive end, you felt it and you realized it.
Yes.
Wow, that's a blessing to realize it.
It's like a Bluetooth connection when they finally pair.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it, I am so grateful.
Yes.
Let me stop crying.
Yeah.
Whoa, you felt it.
Yeah.
And that love is right behind it. Okay, I got it. Whoa. Gratitude. You can't make it up.
Yeah.
You will feel it. And for you to feel it, to be able to receive it, is a great blessing.
Yes, to receive,
Yes.
allow yourself to receive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A lot, like you said, that people we don't know
They don't know.
how to receive.
Be grateful where I am, but they haven't received it yet. But when you see a person sitting there smiling for no reason,
Yeah.
whoa,
Bob Marley saying, "Could you be loved?"
right? Could you be loved?
Be
There-
loved.
They all go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So you can't have what? Love without the gratitude and vice versa. Then that opens up the compassion. Then that'll get you into the mercy sooner or later.
I'd like to also say it might be hard for people to conceptualize mercy and like really get into that vibration. And there is a prayer I used to say, it's a Catholic prayer called the Divine Chaplet of Mercy. And you're actually praying for Jesus' mercy on the world. And when I would say that prayer on my rosary beads, I realized that miracles were happening with that. But what I realized was is during that prayer, I was feeling mercy. I was connecting with that energy. So the prayer was actually to awaken my own mercy
That's
and
right.
that feeling within myself that I could actually bring in every cell in my body and expand it out.
Here we go.
Yes.
And it's brought miracles in my life.
Here we go.
Yes.
Oh man.
Because there's only one way Christ incarnates is through the body, through
Through
us,
the body.
each of us. That He never left. We are
Christ is a
the
consciousness.
Right.
Always
That's
watching
the
out.
code right there.
That's it. That's yeah.
Here we go.
Wait,
So if
God
there's
is
something you want more
Yes.
in life, like
And everybody
compassion
left
or
that
mercy,
out.
pray for it.
They talk at church and they only leave
Resonate
that
with it.
Yes.
important part out.
People
Right.
waiting for a guy to come back. I'm like, the Christ is us. We've never left.
And look how she said too, one thing, key component.
Thank you.
It came through a song and music,
It was a prayer.
a prayer. This is deep, ain't it? A chant, a prayer, a song, music, but something activated where she understood it and it opened her up.
Yes.
This is the power of the practices again. We're just talking about what one group, the 7th level of yoga, is music. But music is going into a level, we brought up a scientific paper when it was talking about plants and trees is vibrating.
They sing.
They're singing.
They are, yeah.
They're singing out a musical tone. And I told them to look at that. We're nature, so we're doing the same thing because everything vibrates.
Yep.
And on our journey, what you're doing, when you're changing yourself, transforming yourself, you are tuning up your instrument so it could bring out another song.
That's it. Oh yes.
Oh man, this is all going full circle. We're singing all the time, making noise.
Can I share one thing about plant singing?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick. So it's called the music of the plants out of Italy, and it's got this thing that you connect to a leaf,
Right.
and then it's got like a node or a probe, and you put it in the root of the plant. So rosemary, for instance, you clip
Right.
it to the leaf and put it in the root, and then it goes to this little box, and it's feeling the vibration, and literally the rosemary sings. It's this
I've seen
beautiful,
that.
right? So then they started talking about someone's son dying or committing suicide or something, and the tone of the rosemary changed its tone to like a lower tone.
Right.
And then they started talking about something happy again, and it was ooh, and it was
Exactly.
singing with them. So the plant is singing to our tunes, and that's where. And I just got to say this about the
Go ahead.
the vegan thing with compassion. I'm always curious.
You got
like,
it.
But are plants not as conscious as animals?
Yes, they are.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, they are.
So
Big time.
It's just
I got a
thought. It's
paper
just
in here
thought.
right now, but I ain't whip it out
Yeah.
because I was teaching another group today. But this is what they're saying. Plants listen to your voice.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I'm trying to tell people too, if that's the case, plants feel pain.
And they know your thoughts too.
They know your
There's
thoughts.
studies where they hook them up, and if you walk in with a pair of scissors with the intent of grooming them, they
Yes,
all their
wow.
energy goes like that. So
Wow.
they
Because we are
know.
projectors constantly
Right.
of the intent we
And
have.
even besides that, I had plants in my home that we were friends. And I left for a weekend. They were sad when I got back. When they saw me, they were like, oh, he's back.
Of course.
Crystals are the same, rocks are the same,
Right.
the earth is the same. The earth is a spirit, like it's all
Come on.
conscious.
Now this is pushing to the mercy seat again. See, regular people still, now they're arguing over should you eat plants or animals. But the mercy seat don't understand.
Yeah.
That's why the priest needed a rope on. It went beyond that. He
Yeah.
knew all things was conscious.
Right.
That's where the perception is at.
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all talking about? I ain't in that talk. Don't matter.
No more dividing and fracturing.
Ain't no more
stuff,
divided,
man.
just one consciousness.
One eye,
We're
single eye.
all this. This is all our consciousness.
All our conscious. Look what we just created.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Look at the moon.
Wow.
It's going on the full moon soon.
Yeah. Very close.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at we. Hey man, what's up? I'm a girl. Oh.
Then you love all things as yourself. There's no evil in the world. There's no
Here we go.
destroying a neighbor. There's no hating, killing. None of that. If everything is you.
That's
If
something.
you are
ain't
me,
it?
I love. I will only love as myself.
Listen,
And everything
Adam.
is myself. No.
Right. Listen, Adam. This one group asked me one time. I was in Israel. They said, "Wait a minute. We got the same holistic message." That's what they was thinking. But why is you spreading it more and you all over here and these people is accepting you and la la la? Because I ain't got that division in my message. That's the problem with yours.
That's it.
Y'all act like y'all the chosen people.
Yeah.
What you mean?
It's keeping things in further separation.
Everywhere I go is me.
That's it.
And Elitom,
Love you, man.
You're me talking to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
I'm up here on the mountain talking to
The version of
myself.
me I could never be.
Yeah. And we talk that, but we must work with it
Yeah.
till it become a realization.
So then, wouldn't we say then compassion, mercy, and all of that is not something that can be practiced, but you just have to grow in consciousness in order for it to be truthful, for it to be the real thing.
Well, it could go one and the same. When we use the word practice, that means that you're conscious where you're going to consciously look for this or make it happen. In other words, if you was to start practicing, you know what? Today I'm going to smile to everybody that's going down the street.
Yeah. There you go.
Because that's why we say you start the practices until one day it won't become a practice no more. It'll become part of your identity.
That's it.
Like you'll start a yoga practice, say for instance. Every day from 7 to 8, that's when I practice yoga. But then pretty soon when you're in the game, life becomes yoga. It ain't 7 to 8 no more. It's all throughout the day. And I don't mean staying on the carpet.
Yeah.
You're living life in yoga.
That's it.
It's conscious. Oh man, that's why we say practice made perfect. Start out adding it in. That's why I was saying fast once a week. That's a practice. Let me do it again on the calendar. Then pretty soon you don't need the calendar no more. Oh, that day is coming up. I can't wait. Then pretty soon it's your identity. You're doing all types of things. You ain't eat nothing all day. No, today is the day I don't eat.
Or better yet, you notice you didn't eat on a day that wasn't your scheduled day.
Right.
Whoops, I didn't eat today.
Whoops, I didn't eat today. Wasn't even my scheduled day. Oh man, this is good. See how that works?
This is good.
You're building up to it so you can sit in the mercy seat.
Yes. That's good.
Sit in the mercy seat. Full in your power, which is you.
Yes.
And when we use that word power, don't be scared of it. It is what it is. This is a lot of power we sitting in. It ain't bragging about it. And it's all you.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is good. So y'all ready for some good meditation?
Yes.
Oh man, that was just a preliminary. We rolling. Now we're about to get some love energy.
Yes.
All right. All is beauty.